Normally, I would start off with some pretty sick ass music and I would tell you that this is the motherfucking Blunt Doctor Show on a Wednesday. As it was, as it is, and as it always should be. But we can't just begin this one. We can't just jump back in after a year without doing what we gotta do. Without doing what we gotta do when we start things around here. Okay? And that is, before we jump to the best guest of all time, the greatest guest in the history of this show, we gotta say one word for 1 minute about what the fuck is going on here. Because, obviously, it is a goddamn disgrace. Every single American who exists right now should be ashamed to even call themselves an American. The American flag is, at this point, probably the greatest symbol of violence that most people see around the globe. Because whether we're bombing boats, whether we're indiscriminately bombing nations with drones, whether we're kidnapping foreign leaders in the name of naming our geriatric dictator of some other foreign nation, nothing that we do at this point is acceptable. It is embarrassing to be an American on the national, international, foreign stage, wherever you want to look at it. I'm embarrassed to walk around and see other Americans. I walk outside my house and I see other people and I hope that they feel the shame that I do. Because if you don't feel shame at this point, then what the fuck are we even doing? I don't even know who we are at this point. I don't even know where we are. I don't know how we've got here. I look at family members that I once loved and I can no longer fucking speak to them because their views and beliefs are so unbelievably fucking abhorrent that it makes it impossible to even discuss Thanksgiving with them. I can't sit around and talk about how good the turkey was. I can't talk about the fucking stuffing and mashed potatoes because the things that you believe in make you a fascist, make you a Nazi. There are no jokes here. None of this is the lead up to some bullshit. This is very real. This is what we do here for anyone who has never watched this shit before, listened to this shit before. We're on video for the first time, but that's fine. It is the worst time in history to be an American citizen. And the word socialist bandied about like some horrible thing. Like it's horrible to care about other people. Empathy is used as a trigger word for negativity in this world that we live in. It is a fucking joke. And I cannot sit here. Anyone who has listened to this show knows that I cannot fucking sit here and talk about sports unless I fucking say first that I am embarrassed every single day. That I am sick to my stomach that I have now 2 children in this world who are going to be raised in this place that apparently being a sane person is bad goddamn news. That caring for those people around you, despite the fact that they may be born in another country, is a good thing. If you had a child on a mission, a religious mission in another country, and they were shot, I think that you would want them to be taken care of in a hospital in that country. I don't think that you would want the people of that country to say, sorry, but they're not a citizen here, so they don't actually have health care. Go ahead and ship them on a plane back to the United States. I don't think anybody fucking wants that. But of course, conservatism is the disease of me. That's what it means to be MAGA. That's what it means to be a Republican. It means that you only fucking care about yourself. So congratulations. You only care about yourself. We all get it. It's wonderful for you. You only care about yourselves and you hate the rest of us. Well, go to a corner, go care about yourself, and go fuck yourself. Stop voting against what other people want. Stop existing. Stop stopping us from existing with all of your tyrannical bullshit, evil local moves to try to prevent people from voting. It's ridiculous. If your parents, and in this case I'm talking about people who fought in World War II, the parents of boomers, saw what you were doing now, if they were around to see what you were doing now, they would be fucking ashamed of you. Your dead parents would be ashamed of the Nazis that you've become because they fought Nazis and now you are Nazis. Your parents would be ashamed of you, you fucking punk ass bitches. Every single one of you. And for anyone who is watching who's slightly conservative or slightly Republican and says, oh, I know he's not talking about me, rest assured, I am talking about you, and I mean you. If you are a Republican, you are stupid or evil. There is no third choice unless that third choice is both. And that's where we are. And my feelings are made on that. And we'll go into that more at another time. But for now, there's only one person who could return to this show, and in this moment of absolute insanity, bring some regularness, some, I don't even know what the fucking word is. And really, honestly, I shouldn't even be doing the intro, because I think he should be doing the intro. And so I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to let him do the intro.
Finally! The B has come back to the Blood Doctor Show. What's up, everybody? It's been a while, but you know, I gotta come back. It's almost a Super Bowl. My Patriots are flying high. Our Patriots are flying high right now. After a 5-year sabbatical hiatus, you call it, bathroom break, whatever adjective you wanna use to describe. But we're back. This is the most confident I've been about my squad in about probably Mac's first year. And I know you were on that other side of, I don't know about Mac Jones.
I was vindicated about Mac Jones. Thank you very much.
But, life is good. Everyone's saying, oh, well, the schedule. Oh, we didn't even play anybody. To be fair, though, I was one of the people who, when I first seen the schedule, I'm like, I could see about 8 wins. But, that's before the season. Anything can happen. They overperformed from what I expected. So we're back. We are back. Snow melts in May.
Are they good though? Are we sure that they're good? And I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying it as a hater. I'm genuinely asking the question. Compared to the NFC, do we actually think? Because let's just start with the Super Bowl. Let's just go there. Because you went there. Let's go there. Like, can the Patriots beat the Seahawks? Like, yes, they can. But like, even though Sam Darnold is the quarterback, like, I have some concern here because I don't even know how good the Patriots are. They listen. I hate this cakewalk schedule bullshit, but it's kind of true. Like, they played a lot of garbage teams.
I hear that, and one of my concerns with the team, two of my concerns with the team is the wide receivers. I was never a believer in Stephon Diggs as being our wide receiver one. I don't know if I said it the last time I was on this pod, but I was never a believer. Like, I didn't think at this stage in his career we can be like, all right, that's our guy whenever we need a big third down. And he's had moments throughout the season. That first Bills game, he had I think it was his best game of the season, where like every big third down, fourth down, he just showed up. But I just never believed he could do it consistently at this stage coming off of ACL. Now, granted, he did just get over 1,000 yards, but he only had like 4 touchdowns. And like, if we want,
funny enough, the last time we did the show was after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So no, you did not make that argument on this show because we did not do an episode in the last year.
I was talking to somebody about it though. So I was never a believer in Diggs as the guy. And like, sure, we've seen flashes from Kayshon Boutte, Matt Collins. He's always good for one big first down where he does his celebration. But
Collins is Jabbar Gaffney. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be that one catch a game, but that's it. That's all it's gonna be.
Literally. This man walks outside barefoot like he's about to take over the game, and it's only one big play for the entire game.
I mean, yeah, he comes in like a Buffalo Bills fan. Like no shirt on. He's not wearing socks. He's on the ground. He's slamming himself to a table. It's like, all right, brother, catch 3 passes, man.
Literally. I do like Kyle Williams. I feel like he might have a bigger role in the offense next season because he's had his moments. And like I said with Kayshon Boutte, like I need one more big touchdown from you, like what you did on Stingley a couple of weeks ago. So I like our shot. It all comes down to, can we stop that run game from being a big problem? I know they have Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. I feel like the matchup between Gonzalez and JSN is gonna be a pretty back and forth. We're gonna see moments where Darnold is gonna try him, and we're gonna have one play where JSN makes a big catch, and then another play where maybe Christian Gonzalez is able to just force Darnold to put it a little bit further out of his reach just because he's worried about Gonzalez. Gonzalez, like, he likes to mirror the guys. So I'm sure a lot of these, like, if we're gonna see some man covers, you're gonna see a lot of situations where Gonzalez is right on Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he's gonna have to make a big catch and come down with the ball.
And the interesting thing to me is because we know that Bill would have historically, like, his whole thing would have been, I'm going to take JSN away. And I don't even know that can actually be done, really. But I think that we know that his goal at the very least would be, I'm going to stop JSN from doing as much as I humanly can. And I think the interesting thing to see is, how much is Vrabel going to let Christian Gonzalez, like you said, just sort of live on an island with him, and what does that do to the rest of the Patriots defense? Because if they're able to even sort of cover him in one-on-one coverage, like you said, that's going to allow them to stack the box in a way that I think most teams haven't been able to do against the Seahawks because they're having to provide dedicated two-man coverage to JSN, and I don't even know how well that's working anyway. Like, he's having one of the most ridiculous seasons ever. And so I do wonder, because I think you have to, at the very least, when you have to, like, shift to Tampa 2 and give some safety help over the top sometimes, because you can't let him beat you. At the very least, like, even if they're not going to do a full Belichick-ian, we're going to stop JSN at all costs. I do think that this dude is so good. Like, as good as Darnold has been, like, JSN is the straw that stirs the drink. And so I do think that there has to be so much additional attention paid to what he's doing at all times, because he had one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen from a receiver.
Yeah. And, like, I hear all the talk about how, the Patriots are going to have to put up a lot of points if they want to contend with this team. And it's like, I think while they are right about that, let's look at who the Seattle Seahawks just faced. Like, the Niners, let's keep it a buck. They were banged up. I don't know how they were able to keep the Eagles at bay the way they did, but when you see them face Seattle, you could tell that was a banged up team. Like, all of a sudden, no Nick Bosa's present, no Fred Warner presence. And it's like, they could not stop Seattle all night. They had a couple of plays, but it's like, was it a Cinderella? Clock struck 12.
So you think that this is basically as far as they can go at this point? Like, you're not on it with them. Like, you don't.
I know that Sam Darnold has one more. I'm seeing Colts game in there. I know it's in there. I think this defense he's faced all playoffs.
I mean, it's true. Like, historically, like, that's what we would expect from him, right? Like, I think that you. It's not been. I mean, but that hasn't been him this year at all, though, is the thing. Like, it's been crazy how good he was. I mean, he's had one hell of a year. Like,
interceptions this season, so he's gonna give you something.
I mean, some of these throws are ridiculous, though. I mean, again, like you say here, I mean, this one is just. I do like the Rashid Shaheed trade. I do like what Rashid Shaheed brings them in terms of, like, a dude who is just a burner opposite JSN who can take the top off of it. Like, I did like that trade. I mean, yeah, the interceptions are there. I mean, that's fair. But I mean, he's always been aggressive. I don't think even coming out of USC that we thought, Sam Darnold's not going to throw interceptions. Like, it's his aggression is part of his game, right? Like, I that's part of it. That's really the question for me is, was he not ready to start, or did the Jets fuck him up? You know, like, I think the Jets fucked him up, though.
Like, he was a bait when he first started with the Jets. No, wasn't he like 18, 19 or something like that?
No, I mean, he came out of USC. He was young, I think, but he was still 21. Like, he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he still came out of his junior year. Like, he wasn't, like, that young. Like, I mean, he was young, but like it wasn't like earth shattering. I don't think. And
let's
I
be
mean,
real.
it still took him till he was fucking 27 to figure it out.
Let's be real though. Like, have you seen what the Jets look like right now?
I mean, we know the Jets are the biggest joke of an organization in sports. Like, I maintain my Jets hatred more than anything in the world. Like,
more than the Browns, you think?
Yes, the Browns have multiple NFL championships to their name. They have Hall of Famer legend Jim Brown as part of their history. The New York Jets' claim to fame is that they had a quarterback who, used to wear furs on Broadway and that they won one Super Bowl like 10-6 or something. Like, dude, Namath had a year where he threw 9 touchdowns and 37 interceptions. His career quarterback rating is like 76. Everything about the Jets is fucking terrible. They're the biggest joke of an organization. Listen, if I won an Oscar, my Oscar acceptance speech would be about how terrible the New York Jets are. Okay, that's how much I hate the New York Jets. That's the only thing that I have to say. They're the biggest joke. Watching Aaron Glenn stand up there last year and be like, "We're gonna turn it around," as they're 0-7. It's a loser organization full of losers. Their owner is Trump's ambassador to England. Losers.
I'm rooting for Aaron Glenn, man. I think he could. I'm not gonna say playoffs, but I'm sure he could get a couple more wins next season.
This is the cycle of life for the Jets. They go 1-15 one year, then the next year they go 6-9, and everyone's like, "This is the year we're gonna make the playoffs," and then they go 1-15 again. It's every single. This is every single fucking year. Listen, like, I think that people who are New York Jets fans are also people who are like into sexual humiliation. Because the only way that you could repeatedly go through this every single year is if you like getting kicked in the balls. Like, if you go to a dominatrix, I believe that you are a New York Jets fan. And it makes a lot of sense, right? Because like New York City, like that's the place you'd find a dominatrix, right? It's like a high pace, it's a high, it's like it's a city, it's urban. You can find lots of different sexual fetishes. That's the kind of place where you would find a woman that you could pay to kick you in the balls. And the only thing that's comparable to that is watching the New York Jets every single year. Did you see that video of that kid earlier this year? He comes out of the game, and it's just some random dude asked him, like, "What do you think about the game?" And the kid's like, "I hate this team. I mean, I'll always love the Jets because I'm a Jets fan and always love them, but I hate, it's miserable." And the look of sadness on his face, it literally looks like he's like going into a death camp and someone just shot his mom. Like, that's how bad it is to be a Jets fan. And these people do it willingly, on purpose, every single year. They put on their green jerseys and they get absolutely hammered and they go, "This is our year." And it's not. It's never your year. It's never going to be your year. And they just don't, they are forever cursed. I don't even know why. I don't even know what they did. And I don't care. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. And watching New York Jets fans' lives get ruined every single year is the fire that burns in my soul that keeps me going as an individual as I get older. I will be like 90 years old watching clips of Jets fans crying on YouTube, and that's how I'm going to keep going. So that's me, and I fucking hate the New York Jets.
Oh man, I obviously couldn't contain the humor in that. That's crazy, but
there's no humor. It's factual. It's just honest truth.
Free Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, man. Like, they're talented as hell, but it's like that organization don't know what to do.
I do feel bad for guys who get drafted there because it's like it's not your fault. Like, if you were Fernando Mendoza, right? And the Jets had the number 1 overall pick this year, would you go back to Indiana? Because I might.
I would.
Like, I don't want to go play for the Jets. Like, I don't even know. He wants to go play for the Raiders because Tom Brady is his idol, and that's fine. But I don't even know if you want to go play for the Raiders. Like, that seems pretty horrible too, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, I love Tom Brady. Don't get me wrong. But it sure does seem like he has a lot of Michael Jordan in him as an executive. You know? Well,
he
listen.
started. Did he not just start?
Okay, he already hired and fired a coach. he already traded for a quarterback and gave him for an extension and then benched him.
Does he really have that much say though?
I think he does.
Oh.
The GM that he hired is a dude he went to college with.
He hired him.
Yeah. Come on, man. Like, come on. Listen, Brady's running the Raiders. Let's call this what it is. Brady's running the Raiders, and he has unprecedented access because he's an announcer, and they still suck. Like, I don't know. No, he's a great announcer. The Raiders suck.
Oh.
I love Brady as an announcer. I wish he would do that. I don't want him to be an owner. He's terrible at it. Or just choose one. Maybe he'd be a better owner.
He really is Michael Jordan of the NFL.
Well, dude, they hired Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. What year is it? Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand what. Like, that was bad idea. I don't know. So, okay, so you think the Patriots can beat the Seahawks? You think they will? Like, what's your prediction?
I think they can. If they win, it's going to be something like 24-21.
I think, yeah. I mean, this is the one thing that's going to annoy the shit out of me is if they win, I have to hear, oh, Drake May's as good as Tom Brady. He won in his second year. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit at all. That's going to annoy the fuck out of me.
Don't look at the stats. Look at how they win.
The defense is how they win. But, you know, they won the defense in Brady's first Super Bowl too. But regardless, obviously I hate the Seahawks. I need the Patriots to win this thing. I just think that, I mean, yeah, I think the biggest thing they do is, they've got to force Darnold to be Darnold. Like, they have to force him to be the Sam Darnold that we knew. Mm-hmm. And I do think the Patriots are set up to do that. They have an incredibly aggressive defensive line. I mean, man, the way they got after Stidham in that game, like, I think that they should have the same game plan against Darnold. Treat him like a backup and just be like, beat us, buddy. You know, like, until he does it, like, why not just attack him?
Right.
I mean, like you said, he's still throwing interceptions. Like, I think that that's the one thing you've got is, because I don't know that, like, the offense has reached its limitations, I think. Like, Drake May is great, and he can do a lot of things, but he was fucking horrible in the first half of that game. The jitters got to him. And, you know, I don't know why they don't play Travion Henderson at all.
He doesn't see the lanes.
Yeah, but I mean, he had multiple games of, like, 60-yard touchdowns. Like, you got to give him reps. Like,
yeah, but you're facing the top 5 defenses in this playoff. So those lanes are not going to be as available like they were against some of the other squads.
But I think that with his explosiveness, then scheme ways to get him the ball in the open. Like, I just don't think keeping him completely on the bench. And, you know, look, Josh McDaniels knows what he's doing as a play caller. I understand this, but I'm just saying that, like you said, you know, this receiver core is good, not great. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you're counting on, you know, a young kid at quarterback to elevate them. That's probably not going to happen in the fucking Super Bowl. That's the thing is, this game is weird because you have two quarterbacks who, like, kind of don't belong here. Because on the one hand, it's fucking Sam Darnold. And on the other hand, yeah, it's Drake May, and he was very hyped. But, like, the Patriots are way the hell ahead of schedule right now.
Yeah,
and so, handicapping this game is weird because, I mean, the Patriots didn't play well. Like, if Bo Nix played, the Patriots would have lost.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know, like, how I'm just going to believe
handicapped their offense.
Yeah. I mean, the snow was horrible in the second half, but in the first half, when there was none of it, Drake May missed a lot of throws, and it just seemed like the jitters really got to him. Yeah, I mean, he just. Yeah, and the thing is if they don't. By the way, the Broncos got royally screwed on that intentional grounding that got turned into a fumble. No, it was a forward pass. It didn't look like a backward pass to me. That looked like a crazy call. But the one
deflected by the defender.
I mean, I thought it was forward, but even if not, the fact that they called it a penalty, they just overruled it to a fumble is like, if they didn't do that, if that play doesn't happen, the Patriots probably lose that game.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I just worry about, I do think this could be a very low scoring game. because I think the Patriots defense can handle this. I think the closest game in like a, I don't think the first Patriots Seahawks game is a close one. I think the Jared Goff Super Bowl against the Rams, that was like Aaron Donald just completely dominating the Patriots offensive line, and it was just like nobody scoring at all because Belichick was completely screwing with Goff and Aaron Donald was just completely neutralizing the Patriots. Like, I think this game could look really similar to that. Like, this is the kind of game, if you're gambling, bet the under. That's my take on this one. So I don't know though. I'm worried about the Seahawks, but I'll just say I think the Patriots will win like 17-14.
17-14.
Yeah, like I think it's like the first, like either of the Patriots Rams Super Bowls. Honestly, I think those two are the closest call because the Kurt Warner one was a low scoring one too, 20-17. What do you think about this Belichick shit?
If mans are really gonna tell me it's because of the cheating and all of that, why would they have him on the all-decade team for 2000s and 2010, and then he was on the 100th anniversary team? If you knew all of that then, and it wasn't an issue then, why are we making an issue now? You've acknowledged his greatness all up until this point. I remember when they were doing the top 100 of all time, he was the one like leading, or he was moderating the entire show when they were doing it for like a couple of weeks. So you gave him all of his accolades and respects there. But when it comes to the Hall of Fame, now we don't want to give it to him. That makes no sense to me. That makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the most ludicrous fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, 100% I believe that Tom Brady is the primary reason that the Patriots went on their run. However, like, that doesn't mean that Bill Belichick wasn't the secondary reason. Like, he was the other piece. It was the two of them together that was perfect. Yeah. And also, let's not forget that Bill Belichick has 2 Super Bowls as defensive coordinator of the Giants, and Bill Parcells never won a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick as his defensive coordinator. And so, you know, we know what Bill Belichick has done on defense. We know that he literally revolutionized the way that defense was played in this league with, you know, and you could say, well, the Giants' defenses were because of Lawrence Taylor. Yes, of course, but they still had 10 other guys that they had to deploy around Lawrence Taylor effectively to make those defenses as good as they were. Because let's not forget, they were playing, you know, funny enough to say it, one of the greatest offensive teams of all time in a Buffalo Bills team that went to 4 straight Super Bowls that had Thurman Thomas and you know, Jim Kelly and all these things. You know, that's one of the greatest teams of all time. Even if they lost 4 straight Super Bowls, they still went to 4 straight Super Bowls. I'd never say that to a Bills fan's face, but I'll say it here where I know none of them are watching. This is a Bills fan free zone, so it's okay for me to admit that they were a good team. But ultimately, the idea that Bill Belichick doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame is the dumbest shit ever. That he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. It's so fucking stupid. So why are we playing football? Like, and just the idea that he's the only coach in football who's ever cheated. Like, everyone who knows anything about football knows that's not true. Every single football team does shit to gain an advantage because that's what football is. It's a war. It's if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. It's literally part of the game. Look at the history of the Steelers. Look at the history of the Raiders. All sorts of cheating scandals. And I don't give a fuck about any of it. It means nothing to me. It doesn't tarnish anything. It's part of the game. And by the way, if videotaping your practice means that you lose, then you're giving away way the fuck too much of your practice, baby. Because that's not how that shit should go. So I just think that every single thing about this is dumb as hell. And, you know, this is another example of sports writers who are usually old white men sort of getting in the way of invalidating athletes and coaches because they want to be all, look at me. Like the fact that Barry Bonds isn't universally acknowledged as the greatest baseball player of all time is the dumbest shit ever. And it has to do with old white men wanting to prove their point about steroids. And I feel like this is just the same thing with Belichick. It's the old vestiges of people who used to write for newspapers that nobody reads anymore, telling us all about how Bill Belichick, blah, 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 blah. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares.
I can only imagine what substances the older baseball players were on back in the day that never took off.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry that Barry Bonds took steroids while you're they're just taking early versions of steroids and OxyContin and all this other shit. Drink 12 beers. Like, what the fuck ever, dude? Like, who cares, man? It's just, did you hit the baseball? Good job. You hit the baseball. That's all I care about. And again, when the pitchers are juicing anyway, who gives a shit? Let's let them all take steroids. Let's make the game awesome. Why are we let's put them all on human growth hormone. Why are we stopping this? Like, the game is so much better when these guys are roided out. Like, why are we stopping it? What are we doing? Like, I want to see like 37 LeBron James on a football field. Like, let's go for this. What are we doing? Like, I don't understand why we want to prevent human greatness. Oh, because it's so much better when it's natural. No, it's not. Like, who fucking cares? Like, if that was true, like, do people want to watch a bunch of guys like me play baseball or basketball? Because that's natural. It's just a bunch of dudes like me, unathletic. That's normal. That's what's actually going on courts. It's just dudes like me. Yeah. I'm like trying to go behind the back. I lose the ball. Then some other guy tries to steal it from me, but he falls over. Then I trip on my sandals. Like, is that what people want to see? No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone wants to see that. So let's all agree that superior humans playing sports is a good idea. And that, if we can use steroids to create those superhumans, that we should do that. Like, this is dumb. Like, do people legitimately believe that LeBron went his whole career with no injuries and he's never taken anything? Like, do they really believe that? They really believe that LeBron takes 2 weeks off in the middle of the season every couple of years and goes to another country for treatment? And there's no, come on, man. The NBA does 4 drug tests through the season. And once your 4th drug test is done, they don't test you again the rest of the year. They get LeBron's tests out of the way in the first month. And then he can just roid that shit out the rest of the season, man. You think LeBron's not taking HGH? Come on. LeBron has these women signing NDAs. LeBron's taking HGH. LeBron is doing what we should all be doing. Like, why are we not learning from LeBron? This is in every single way. I'm way off topic here. We're supposed to be talking about football, I think. Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame.
That's the summary. That's literally the summary we got from all of that.
This is the AI summary from Google. This is a 35-word or 35-minute speech about LeBron's bitches who signed NDAs when asked a question about Bill Belichick. But no, I just think it's the craziest thing. Like, every single player came out and was like, how is Bill Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Famer? Like, even guys who played against him and hated him were all like, this is crazy. Like, this is what the game is. Like, it's just, why do writers have any say on this? Like, why? Like, shouldn't the Hall of Fame be like it's literally the Hall of Fame. The fans should probably vote. Like, it's fame. It's literally the Hall of Fame. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, isn't that about fame? I don't know, dude. I just... Sports get ruined by old white guys having their opinions. We don't need more Skip Bayless. We need less Skip Bayless.
And he's did you see his video on where he talked about why he deserves to get no.
Oh my God.
He's pro Brady. He's even more pro Brady than you are.
Wow. Well, that's some bullshit. I mean, come on, dude. Like, dude, Skip is...
He didn't do nothing.
I mean, that's not true. We all know that Belichick is the one who kept the roster good to the 53rd man. The problem is that you can't do that when you don't have Tom Brady. It doesn't work when you don't have the best quarterback of all time keeping everything else afloat. You can't cycle through players 1 year early and all these things like he did. He was great at it, but it only works when you have Tom Brady. That's why they had 6 Super Bowls. But he also took advantage of that. He knew to take advantage of the situation and make it work. That's what made him great. And again, like, he revolutionized defense with the Giants. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Just wrong.
Yeah. But I believe we gotta update my fraud list.
Well, so this is why I saved this for the end, because this is just gonna be. This is gonna be. We should just do it. We're gonna go through them all because this is gonna take the longest. Because I'm expecting. Because I want no. I want no edits. I want no trim down. I want to hear it because yeah, let's set the scene. So again, last time we did the show was a year ago after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and since then I have been quite honestly just I don't know. I was disinterested with the state of football because I was so mad that I had to watch Eagles versus fucking Chiefs again. And I spent a whole off season listening to every single podcast, preparing myself to gamble and play fantasy football. And I lost in my conference championship in fantasy football, and I lost every week gambling. So I never felt like fucking talking about football because it's been an annoying as fuck season. Now, we've been rewarded with the Patriots making it back to the Super Bowl, so that is good. But we have not talked about this in a while. Well, we have not talked about this being B's QB Fraud Index. I wish I need to get like a big banner for that. Boom, boom, like just
5 stars.
Yeah, the one, yeah, exactly. With 5-star being a 5-star fraud, as in bad. So, but we've got so many to talk about because there's so many different things that happened in this season, and we'll just basically encapsulate, because normally we would talk about this as we go and there are ebbs and flows, right? But now we just have an entire season to encapsulate each one. So I'm just going to throw names out, and then 10 minutes later I'll throw out another name when you're done ranting about how much you hated that one. So let's start with the obvious one because it's a valid question at this point. Where is Sam Darnold on the fraud meter?
Well, if you had asked me this 2 seasons ago before he even played on the Vikings, I would have said he was a straight 4-star, maybe even 5-star. Just because, you know, what we've seen with the Jets, and then when he was with the Panthers, I believe he also made a stop with the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's where he learned to play.
Yeah. So after last season, I was vindicated when he had those 2 duds at the end of the season, and he just looked completely terrible. So I bumped him up to a 4.5 star at that point. But then this season happened, and I'm like, was last season really a fluke, or he just needs a unit around him and he can look good? And it's like, I was ready to flame him after the second Rams game when they went into the overtime and he walked them down and got the 2-pointer. So I'm like, I need to see him in the playoffs. And then the playoffs happened. There we go. Then the playoffs happened. And he hooped in. Well, I wouldn't say he hooped in the first game because they had like 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns. When the game started with a game winner touchdown. Like, imagine that. They had a game-winning touchdown to start the game. Because when they came out, Shaheed just ran that all the way down. Like, the crowd was literally jumping. Like, I don't know what the decibel record was, but I'm pretty sure they broke it that night. And it's like, from when they scored that touchdown, it was over. So I'm like, I got to see him versus whoever wins the Rams-Bears game. And ultimately, it was Rams Part 3. And this guy outplayed friggin' Matt Stafford. And I'm like, ooh. This puts a damper in my original ranking. So
it's getting hard. It's getting hard with this guy.
I have to give him a 3-star at this point. He's
wow, you still got him on 3-star. Damn, dude. He's got to win this Super Bowl for you to even like bring him into a respectable 2-star.
MVP, he's going down to a 1-star.
It's okay. If he wins the MVP, he's still on the fraud chart. You're not even taking him off. Wow. Do you see how harsh this dude is? Even if Sam Darnold wins Super Bowl MVP, he's still a 1-star fraud.
I'm giving credit to the squad, man.
Okay. All right. Listen. That's That is some pure hater stuff. But listen, that's why we do this. That's why. And listen, you know what? Let's just ask the comparable question, because this one hurts my heart. Because the thing is I said it and I knew it, and I felt like people didn't believe me and didn't want to listen to me. But I just think we got to do it.
Oh,
JJ McCarthy.
5-star.
Yeah. I love my man.
I tried to give him credit in that week one, but then after that, it was just brutal. 5-star.
It's been bad. I love him forever for what he did for Michigan. But
Maybe he
it's
turns
just-
it around next season if they don't decide to draft him. But as of right now, he's at a solid 5. And he's not the only 5-star on this list.
Oh, I know. But I'm saving those. We're going. There's, you know, where I'm going to end it, because we have to end it with the best one. But we'll wait for that, because this one I want to throw a curveball at you, because I'm very curious to see what you say, because this one I think is interesting. That's not the one that should be showing right now. That screen is gone. My oh, it opened in a different window. We're having a technical difficulty. That was pretty funny though. I was like, "What about this guy?" And it was the exact same photo. All right. So again, very curious. Boom.
He's at a 1-star right now.
Okay, so we're digging Caleb.
Lisa, I'm giving him a year to clean up those picks and get the pass accuracy up a little bit more.
I think that's fair.
He
I
makes
think that's fair.
all difficult passes look like they're easy. And then he misses a wide open lane.
Yeah, and the 58% completion stuff.
Yeah.
It looks. Some of it looks good.
I'll give him a little lie. DJ Moore sold them on that interception.
Yes,
He had
that was bad. That was bad. I mean, that was bad.
Yeah. So he gets the 1-star.
Jordan Love.
I'm giving him a 2.
I think that's fair at this point.
He
And I've been a Jordan Love guy, but
Yeah. He showed up in the last game. Had like 4 touchdowns, I believe it was. But I don't know. I just feel like there's something missing. There's something missing.
yeah. And I've been a Jordan Love defender in a lot of cases, and he's injured, this, that, and the other. But this season, to me, I know Micah Parsons got hurt, and that certainly hurt them. But they did, they lost Kraft and everything. But they were still they still left a lot on the field. When you blow games that they blow.
Yep.
It's hard for you to say to me, "Oh, our season would have been better if we didn't have injuries," but then also you had 21-point leads in games and you blew it anyway. That stuff isn't compatible to me, and that's why I understand the Packers fans who kind of wanted to potentially get rid of their coach, because I don't really know but I don't know who could be better, but his game management
coordinator.
Yeah. Well, and he's the half has gone to Miami. I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's the same thing with McDermott in Buffalo, right? Sometimes it's are you really going to be able to get a better coach? But then it's also after 9 years, are we really we haven't won? We haven't even gotten to a Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, how long do you get to coach before it's just Gerard Mayo got 1 year. He didn't even get time to grow as a coach. And these dudes, now granted they had more success than him, but they also inherited much better teams. So it's you see that. Of course, that happens a lot with black coaches inherit terrible teams, and then they can't do an incredible job, and then they get fired. Steve Wilkes, Gerard Mayo, I can go on and on. You know me.
Yeah.
I'll turn
Who's the
everything
next one?
into a racial issue. It's my show. I can make everything about how terrible white people are. I haven't gone on the NBA is racist for loving Luka Doncic rant. in a while, but I will.
Amen.
I will.
Amen.
Well, hey, listen, it's true. Look at this.
Speaking of
anyway,
man, it's not looking good right now.
He's ruining your man's final season. You know, this is not good. But okay, here we go. Now we're gonna get into the ones that I know are about to start. This one. I'm gonna just sort of sit back and get the popcorn because I'm very interested because I know what's coming here, and it's deserved.
Woo! That is a whopping 5-star right there. It's a whopping 5-star. Oh man, I wanted to say 4, but nah. After what we saw a couple weeks ago, nah.
What happened to this dude?
Unacceptable. He capped that season 1. He started to buy the hype. Man had too good of a season. Now he's saying, "Oh, I'm top 5 with guys who have been established." It's like, what have you done? You got to the second round of the playoffs. Like you didn't even play in a Super Bowl, and you're putting yourself in top 5 off a 1 season resume. Come on, bro. Humble thyself, or the game will humble you. That's all there is to it. Has not looked good as that first year.
Are you picking up his 5th-year option if you're the Texans?
I don't think they could.
I mean, he was so bad. Like because he wasn't. It wasn't that he wasn't good. It wasn't like he had a bad game. He has been so fucking horrendously bad for this whole season.
Yeah.
And now he was so atrocious that like it was a miracle that they won. Even with,
they could have won that game. Just played.
Yeah, dude, they could have like lost the Steelers game, despite how horrendous or how unbelievable the defense was, because Stroud was just keeping them in it. It was just he's so horrible. Like it's at the point where I almost think the Bryce Young Stroud thing has flipped. Where I think like we're back to like Bryce Young is better.
Right now, yeah.
I mean, like I would rather have Bryce Young next season than CJ Stroud. This guy can't throw a fucking football. He can't hit the broadside of a barn to save his life. Like fuck this dude.
I didn't even expect them to go to the playoffs at the start of the year, and then they just all of a sudden leapfrogged Atlanta and leapfrogged Tampa Bay.
Their defense was ridiculous, but I don't even know, man. Like I don't know, dude. Like that. Yeah. And you know, hey, listen. This is what you get when you draft a quarterback from that fucking disgusting ass school. You know, not that mine has been better, but I'll at least take the. Well, listen. You know me. that hatred runs through my veins, through my soul. All right, now here's one. I'm curious. This one could be where we disagree. I don't know. I'm not sure where you're at right now. I'm very curious. This one's like a genuine question for me.
He's at a 2 for me.
So we're off the hype after the Super Bowl, huh?
I'm not gonna say that I didn't like what I saw from him. I just you know what? Maybe it's because he's got AJ Brown in his ear every time telling him, "Throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball." So he can hug a 1 for now, and I need to see what happens if they trade AJ Brown next season.
Yeah, I don't think AJ Brown's coming back. That whole situation was New England. That is the kind of thing that New England would do.
Oh yeah.
Like historically. Although isn't he up for a contract?
Is he? I'd much rather pay him than Stephon Diggs, who's turning 32, 33 just now.
I feel like Diggs though, like I feel like his money's not guaranteed. And trading or like voiding Diggs and then trading for AJ Brown and giving him the same contract that Diggs had would be like a very Patriots thing to do. You know, trade like a third round pick for AJ Brown, give him the exact contract that Diggs had. He has 1,500 yards next year. Then you trade him to New Orleans for a first round pick, and then he has 600 yards, and you're like, New England stuff. That's New England stuff. I mean, it really is. Like, you know, that's the kind of shit that, you know, like when they. Do you remember like when we traded Randy Moss back to Minnesota, and then the next day he's like, "Man, I really miss New England." He like realized what he had done. Yeah. Well, he played that. We played them like the next week and beat them 48-14.
I remember that.
And he was like, man, he came to the podium after the game wearing a Boston hat. I was like, oh dog, like it was. He very clearly regretted. Because he just wanted his money, but the NFL was going into a lockout, and Tom Brady tried to convince him, like, just wait, man. But cost himself a ring because of that. He would have got one if he could have stayed. I'm actually still, you know, he still had a chance with the 49ers, too. I feel like everyone forgets, like, he came back and played with the 49ers, you know?
He scored on us by thinking when we played him that year.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking, longevity is crazy. All right, are you ready to do the big three?
Oh,
Are you ready to do the big three? We're going to do them in order of who I think it deserves, who I think just what the audience deserves. Let me put it to you that way. So this is my favorite three fraud discussions. Oh, that's the perfect picture. That's the absolute perfect picture for this. Let's do it. Oh yeah, the smile. The smile that the media loves to hate. Lamar Jackson.
He's sitting at a solid 4 stars still.
Oof, man. And I hate it because I love this dude so much. Like, if you were asking me to build a team to win the Super Bowl next year, it would be like, do you want Lamar or do you want Joe Burrow? And I think you'd have to choose Lamar because of health, which is crazy considering
he's not that healthier. That's the funniest part.
Well, this year he certainly wasn't.
Yeah, he's at a 4. After what I've seen in the last playoffs, you're a 4.
And dude, this was the year. This was the year for them.
It was.
So, and you know, I don't know, man. Like firing Harbaugh, like I get that. I understand just wanting a new voice. I don't understand not going with an offensive head coach. Like, you know, I would have hired like Mike McDaniel, and I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I don't think that Mike McDaniel was the problem in Miami. I think that the organization is the problem in Miami. I think Mike McDaniel is the kind of creative head coach that the Ravens need.
It also doesn't help that Tua's brain is scrambled.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's like, they're like, I can't believe Mike McDaniel didn't win with Skylar Thompson. It's like, yeah, no shit. Nobody can win with Skylar Thompson. So, you know, yeah, but Lamar, the talent is tantalizing. Like, it's always there, but it's just like every single season is a disappointment. And it's the same thing with coaches, as it is with coaches. Like, how many times do you get to disappoint before we're going to hold you accountable for it? Yeah. Right? Because at a certain point, like, it's on you. Like, it's not all... Dude, that zoom in is just too... I didn't even do that. That's too perfect. Lamar's like, you talking about me? It's just at a certain point, we can't keep excusing it anymore, right? Like, this was their year, dude. And listen, I firmly believe that if they didn't blow that first game against the Bills, that this is a completely different season. Because
I agree. It was a good part.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I let them down.
4-star right there. The best 4-star on the list, by the way.
Oh my god, dude. Maybe because his wife has posed in every single football team jersey except the Bills. Social media has found pictures of Haley Steinfeld in every fucking thing but a Bills jersey. It's like, that's gotta hurt, man. Even if it was 10 years ago, you're like, god damn it. She's always secretly rooting for the other team. You know, Haley Steinfeld reminds me of when Tom Brady started dating Giselle. And I was like, we're not winning because of her. And because I was like a loser incel who like lived at home and like cared about the Patriots more than my own life. And I was like, he needs to stop dating supermodels and focus on football. what the fuck later. Yeah, you can do that later. And I feel like Haley Steinfeld is that for Josh Allen now. Like, I bet you there are Bills fans who are like, ever since Haley showed up, he can't even focus on the game. And I just, like, now she's pregnant. Like, it's just, man, it's so goddamn funny watching the Bills be this good and suffer these, like, unbelievably miserable defeats every single... Because that's the thing about the Bills. They're not bad like the Jets. They're, like, verifiably very, very good. And Josh Allen is literally one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen. One of the most unique players to ever play the position of quarterback. And every single year, they find a way to lose that is incredibly unique and incredibly painful.
When it matters the most, they turn into the Jets.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. He has all the talent in the world. It's just when you expect it the least, he turns it over the most. And that's all there is to it.
It's just so, like, it's so frustrating because there's been almost no one ever like him to play quarterback. Like, not no one. There have been very few guys with that size, that speed, that arm. Like, you just don't see it. And to just not be able to win, you know, you'd think he'd be the biggest fraud in the NFL, but in the words of Yoda, no, there is another.
He might be our first star. He broke the meter. He just tried to break the meter. 6-star right there.
He's got to change his number from 10 to 6 because it's no longer counts. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Listen, you do it. Just go. I want to hear it. Go.
Brother, I did not think it could be any worse than what I saw last year, where he just completely shit the bed versus the Texans, and then somehow he followed it up with an even worse season this year. 3 points? 3? Oh my goodness. Like, brother, I remember leading up to the playoffs, everyone was like, oh, well, you know, the Chargers lost that game, or they didn't care about winning that game because they won the 7th seed because they wanted to face New England. And I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't say nothing. I just let it happen. And what was it, 7 sacks he threw? And he had that turnover where he got stripped was so... I thought he got hurt on the play. Oh, my day. Nah. I do not want to ever hear about Justin or Herbert in the same sentence until he wins a playoff game. Not even a playoff game. He needs to win 2 in the same year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're the one that called him the social media quarterback, and I agree with you at this point because even I was fooled by, you know, the arm strength and everything. And he can do so much, but he just can't do it well or at the right time or correctly.
Something in between the ears, man. It's something in between the ears.
Yeah, yeah. It's just he's physically has every single tool. Even, you know, like Josh Allen. Like, again, he's like a completely rare dude. Mm-hmm. And yet it just doesn't. Every year I'm like, dude, this year the Chargers, they've got like 3 receivers, and I like the running back, and now we got Harbaugh, and I like what they're doing on defense. Every year I do this to myself. And I don't know. Like, the Chargers just, like, represent this, like, shiny apple to me. And I'm like, ooh. And then I bite it, and it's rotten. But I just keep doing that every single time I walk by the same tree. Like, I just always think this team is going to be good, and they never are. It's like I'm still stuck in the LaDainian Tomlinson years in my mind when I was like a young man. I'm like, oh, the Chargers, they're good. They have running game, right? No, they don't. They have nothing.
It's sad, man.
It is sad what has happened to the now Los Angeles Chargers, which, by the way, the fact that they're not in San Diego is, I hate saying Los Angeles Chargers. It like burns me.
I just remembered, you forgot one more. There's the other golden boy who plays in Jacksonville.
Oh boy, I did forget. The one who deserves to be discussed. Because listen, this year was supposed to be, and kind of was in some ways, this is the year. We're finally gonna do it, and we're gonna win games, and we got the new coach, and
Hey man.
Last
year I had him at 5. After what I've seen this year, he gets to hug a 4. Because I didn't expect him to play as good as he did in that Bills game, even though he had like 2 turnovers and threw a pick on the last drive, the first play of the last drive. But he gets to hug a 4. He's at least won a playoff game.
I mean, the thing is, you know me. I've never been a Trevor Lawrence guy. I've always hated this dude. I've always said he was overrated. I've never fucking understood what it was with this guy. I mean, again, he can make one throw per game that is, like, amazing. And you'll go, oh, shit, that was nice. But it's once per game. And then he'll do 3 other fucking things, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? And that interception at the end of the game against the Bills, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he had so many opportunities to win that game and blew it. And I just,
That's a little bit better too.
yeah, I was briefly, I was like, oh, I was wrong. No, I'm right. Fuck this guy. Like, to me, he'll always be the fraud of all frauds because have never seen whatever it was that anyone else sees. I've never seen it in Trevor Lawrence. I don't get it. I don't know. I think, like you said, it's the golden locks. They see a white boy with long hair, and they're like, he's Tom Brady in 2010. He's not. And also, why do you want that version of Tom Brady? That's not the version of Tom Brady you should want. What's wrong with you? You should want 2007 Tom Brady if you're looking for a Tom Brady.
A lot of people like that 10 year.
Well, yeah, I mean, people like the haircut and the mustache. It was so weird. It was like it was a very weird year for Tom. It was the 70s porn star year. It was a very strange time for him. He was like going to. There were like videos of him on social media in Brazil, like with the hair bands and shit. I was like, you can stop doing that, dog. You don't need to. We don't need to do all that. We don't need to. And I'm not even. I'm just like, bro, play football. Like, I don't. What's going on here? Why are you like just? What happened to psychotic Tom Brady? What happened to psychotic Tom Brady, who literally only watched football because he was, a nutcase?
He's trying to get that head and shoulders deal that year.
Dude, I want him to pull a Phillip Rivers next year, though. I want whatever team needs a quarterback. I want him to come out of retirement for like 4 games.
So hold on.
I want to see it.
You're telling me he's gonna be allowed to have a
Oh no, he'd have to sell his share of the Raiders. I want him to do it. I want him to sell his share of the Raiders to come back for 4 games.
You think he's gonna give up that Fox deal?
In the movie that I'm writing in my head, yes, that's exactly what I want. I want him to give it all up to come back for 4 games. But I want the team to be really ridiculous.
This is like a Rocky Balboa in 2006.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly, yeah. Because I want the team to be really dumb. Like, I want it to be a really dumb team that he has no business playing for, like the Bears.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be... Yeah. And how funny would it be to go from, like, one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the NFL to the least mobile quarterback of all time, who's now 50 years old, and Ben Johnson's got to scheme it up. And it's like, all right, Tom Brady in the cold with the Bears. Like, I would watch the shit out of that. No, don't do that. No, that sounds like a terrible idea. I want Tom Brady to do it himself. I want to see it happen. Because, dude, in this league right now, just put him behind an offensive line, he's fine. Nobody can play quarterback in this league. He keeps saying it himself, so I believe him.
Man, we had to get in our era. Quarterback was immaculate.
That's the thing is we were spoiled because we came up with so many guys who were incredible, and now like these kids today, and I'm a decade older than you, and these kids today, almost anyway, they literally like don't understand, like, because these guys need to sit again like in the old days, because they're not running pro style offense in college anymore, which is fine, you don't need to, but the guys coming in the NFL are not ready to run. Like you can't run Earnhardt Perkins in the NFL anymore. That shit is gone because nobody's running, route trees with 4 decisions per receiver. Like nobody's doing that shit right now. Everything's timing because the option routes are 2 option. There's no more like actual trees because it's way too much for a quarterback to handle. And it's like just a completely different league now. They're so... The league we grew up with is just different, dude. This is a video game league now.
Literally.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, man. I appreciate having you do this. We're gonna do this much more than a year from now. Now that I'm back doing this, now that my second kid is actually born.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing this show again every Wednesday, so you are welcome anytime to sit here and talk with me on Wednesdays, because I'm going to be hating on lots of things.
Hey, man, we got to get into basketball real soon.
Yeah.
Talk about my friend basketball real soon as well.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I got plenty of basketball takes, especially about what's going on with Mr. Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets, who were supposedly so much better than the Phoenix Suns, and the Phoenix Suns are garbage and blah, blah, blah.
I have that game on against the Spurs in the background right now.
What's the score right now? Who's winning?
Tatum was up like around 9 last time.
Those bastards, I hate them. Fuck the Rockets. That's the motto of this show. You got any other stuff coming up to promote?
Nothing yet. Hopefully, we can get back onto our own podcast game, and we have you as a guest on that show as well.
Anytime, man. You know it. And I'm doing the other show. I'm doing King and Doc on Saturday nights, and I'm doing Sunday Night Suns. So 3 shows a week now.
There we
go. Now that I'm locked in with 2 kids, and I'm never leaving my house ever again, it's time to podcast every single day. So that's how we're gonna do it, baby. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.